What's good, everybody? What is good? Good morning to everybody. Happy Sunday. Hope all is well. Hope everyone is doing well this Sunday morning as we get ready, for the week. And we're getting ready for week number 4. I apologize to everybody that have not been live the last few days. I know we usually go live Friday, but I was at the fight at Madison Square Garden this past Friday. I'll probably have a live either later today or tomorrow. And we'll talk about that card and the experience I had at the card, meeting various fighters. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen a few pictures of me and some fighters out there as well. It was a good card, solid crowd, solid card. And we'll talk about it another time. But right now, we're going to talk about football. I want to give these picks in. I've grouped up and collected a bunch of picks from the usual guys that usually are on my panel talking football. In a few minutes, I will be on 503 Lions page. That is his page at 503 Lion HTX. That's 503 Lion. I'll be there. We'll be talking football. They will be giving our picks as well. And 503 and his man and his mans and them's and Cadillac Red and stuff. We'll be giving our take on this week's games and maybe go over some games that happened last week. But without further ado, I'm kind of speeding it up quickly because I just real quick, just want to give our lives. I will post them on the community page as well. I didn't get everybody's picks, but I'm going to give the picks that I did get. And as I get the other couple people's picks, I'll post them on as well. So if you're following along and if you've been following, what we've been taking, what I'm saying, you could go to, check us out and, see what we pick, if that's how you're betting and stuff. Last week was a rough week for me. I did well in the previous weeks. I was leading in the standings, but I only had 1 win and 3 losses. I took the Bucks, the Texans, the Falcons, and the Bills. The Bills is the only team that covered for me. So I went 1 and 3. Socrates last week took the Browns -6.5 and took the Seahawks. He hit with the Seahawks. I believe he hit with the Lions as well, hit with the Ravens. So I think Sock went 3 and 1. I think the Browns lost outright last week. D Free took the Bucks last week. They lost outright to the Broncos, took the Packers. I believe the Packers covered. They won outright. They were getting points. The Saints did not cover, loss, and then he had the Ravens, and they covered. So he went 2 and 2. Marky Dan had a good week. He had the Chiefs, the Eagles, and the Packers, and he lost with the Raiders. 503 Lion, I believe he went 2 and 2. He took the Packers, won with the Packers, and the Bills, and he lost with the Saints and Texans. And my man Worm had a bounce back week after going 0 and 4 the previous week. He took the he took the Broncos +6. Had the Steelers, the Ravens, and the Bengals. The Bengals, the only team that did not win and cover. So he went 3 and 1. This week, I'm going to go straight to it real quick. I got 4 games for each. Right now, these are my 4 picks. The games, and 2 of them are at 1 o'clock. I know 3 of them at 1 o'clock. I got the Jets -7.5 over the Broncos at home. I like the Jets big in this game. The Jets are looking, better and better with Rodgers at the helm. The Broncos got a big win last week, an upset win against a hot team in the Bucks. And I don't think that continues this week. I think the Jets defense will lock them down. I expect the Jets to win in a blowout. I don't see the Broncos scoring more than 10 points this game. The Broncos defense has been pretty solid, but I could see the Jets winning 27-10 in this game, maybe 27-3. I also like the Bengals. The Bengals 0-3. I mean, we know when you're usually 0-3, you don't usually make the playoffs, right? So the Bengals need to pick it up here. Some people are saying the Bengals will probably just like lay down and just tank. I don't believe so, because I believe, Higgins and Chase, they want that contract, right? They have both, I believe, on contract years. And I think they'll play hard. I think Burrow will play hard. I think, they're playing a Carolina team that won their first game last week. It's in Carolina. The spread is -5. I love the Bengals to roll over Carolina. I think you see the usual Bengals. Last week, the Bengals should have won, right? They had the game, and even the week before against the Chiefs, they should have won. So, I like the Bengals this week. I think the Bengals -5 is good. I could see the Bengals winning by 2 scores easy. Texans, I like the Texans to bounce back this week. The Texans defense is still pretty solid and still pretty good in my opinion. They're favored 5.5. I think the offense gets a little better. I think they get things clicking. I think they get things done this week. I like the Texans in the blowout. They're favored 5.5. And last and not least, I took another favorite on Monday night. I like the Dolphins -2.5 over the Titans. I think the Dolphins bounce back. Defensively, the Dolphins has been pretty decent, except against the Bills. Even against the Seattle Seahawks, I thought the defense was good, but the offense couldn't do anything. Defense gets tired when you're going 3-and-outs, and you're not doing anything offensively. So I believe the Dolphins. I think they pick it up. I expect the Dolphins to roll this week. I think you'll see a close first half. I think the Dolphins will pull away at home. So I like the Dolphins -2.5. Let me just read some of the picks that I got text today. I will definitely post these picks on the community page. Let's go to my man, Brett Ortiz. Brett Ortiz's picks. He likes the Falcons -2.5. He likes the Carolina Panthers +5. So he went against me with the Bengals. He loves the Broncos +7.5. He went against me as I took the Jets, and he likes the Bears -3. I believe they're playing the Los Angeles Rams. I have the picks up here in another tab. So he likes those are his picks. My man Socrates had a good week last week. These are his picks. He likes the Patriots. The Patriots are getting, I believe, 10 points versus the San Francisco 49ers. He likes a big spread. Let me just make sure I got this down pat. It is in San Francisco, 10.5. Pats plus 10.5 points. He likes the Chargers getting 7.5 versus the Chiefs. He loves the Cardinals. The Cardinals, what are the Cardinals? Let me just scroll down real quick. Sorry, unprepared, just kind of rushing along. He likes the Cardinals. Hold up. I don't see why they're not here all of a sudden. Oh, he likes the Cardinals -3.5 at home versus Washington. That's going to be a good game, I believe. Washington's rolling. Jaden Daniels looks really, really good. I believe he broke a record last week for completions last Monday night. And he likes the Rams. So he likes the Cardinals and he likes the Rams. He goes against Brett here, taking the Rams +3, I believe, at Chicago. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, Rams +3 at Chicago. Then my man Worm. Worm has all the breakdowns and everything, and I apologize we couldn't get him on this week because we haven't been live. But Worm, he breaks everything down. He likes Seattle Seahawks tomorrow night +3.5 against the Lions. He likes the Cleveland Browns -2.5. Hold on one second. Let me just make sure I got this down pat as I'm rushing along. Yeah, against at Vegas, he likes the Cleveland -2.5. He likes the Jaguars, surprisingly. The Jaguars have looked terrible. But he likes the Jaguars +5.5 this week. That was a game I was leaning to take, but it just looked too good to be true. And sometimes when it looks too good to be true, you have to go the opposite way. I have not done that recently, but I like the Texans to roll. I like the Texans to roll. I know it's a division game, but my man Worm, he took the Jags +5.5. He also took the Saints getting 3 points after the Saints, in a close, tough loss against the Eagles last week. He likes the Saints to +3 at Atlanta, I believe, at the Falcons. Falcons also tough loss. So two teams coming off tough losses. And his underdog of the week is the Saints. He likes the Saints to win outright as well. That is his underdog of the week. I don't see if Sock gave me an underdog of the week. I know D Free did. I'm going to read D Free's picks in a minute. Hold on. Let me just go back to Sock's picks. I think he gave me an underdog. No, he did not. He did not. Brett didn't give me an underdog as well. That's fine. That is fine. Underdogs, usually bet, but if you want to, put some plus money, try to cash in on an underdog, then that's why we do it. D Free only gave me 3 picks. He gave me his Washington Commanders. His Washington Commanders, I believe, are getting 3.5 at Arizona. Let me just make sure that's right. I know Sock took Arizona, but let me just make sure, confirm. Yep. Washington's getting points at Arizona. He likes the Bengals just like me, -5, and he likes the Patriots as well, just as Sock, +10.5 against the Niners. He didn't give me a 4th pick, but he did give me an underdog, and he loves the Tampa Bay Buccaneers +1 against the Eagles. Not big underdog because they're only getting 1 point, but they still are an underdog. So I'm going to just count that as D Free's 4th pick as well, but it's up to D Free if he wants to count it or not. But he likes the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as the underdog of the week, getting 1 point and to win outright. So there you have it. Those are all the picks. 503 will be doing his picks shortly. He may be on live. I'm gonna check in as soon as I sign out here. He may be live, and I'm gonna jump on his live as well. And we'll break down the games a little bit more. So if you want to follow us there, check out 503 Lion. We'll break it down a little better than today. Today I just kind of just read it out, and then we'll go this Friday. We'll go live again and do our picks as well, do some boxing talk, and I'll go over the standings, see where everybody's at, and that would help you guys if you guys are following our picks. You see who's hot, who's not, who's doing well, who's not, and you want to follow their picks. Marky Dan, hopefully you give me his picks in time. I know he gave his picks on D Free Show, so maybe we'll go with those picks as well. If I could get those, I'll post them on my community post as well. If you follow along, Marky Dan is hot. He got 3-1 last week, so you always want to, go with the hot hand. Me, 1-3. You may not want to go with my picks. I was in first place going into last week, not anymore. So it's up to your preference. Maybe you just go with who you like, right? You go you like and you hear what we got to say, and then you're like, you know what? Now I got a little more courage to take this game. So whatever's a preference, I wish you guys good wealth, good betting, good luck, and hope you guys enjoy these games today. I will be just sitting back, relaxing, watching my fantasy games and my football bets. But, my team's not playing, so I don't have to stress. I will be stressing tomorrow night with Seattle Seahawks taking on the Detroit Lions, the 3-0 Seattle Seahawks. All right. Also, catch me at 2:05 p.m. on the radio, Boxing Talk, Rink Talk Worldwide with my man Pedro Fernandez. You can catch us on sportsbyline.com. I repeat, sportsbyline.com. We'll be on the radio talking boxing. I'm sure we'll be talking about this past Friday's card. Pedro will be talking about, last week's fights as well. And he'll probably be asking me, what I thought about the card. Xander, Shushu, Mikaela Mayer. So we'll be talking about all of that at 2:05 p.m. on Rink Talk Worldwide. You guys have a good day, and I'll catch you guys soon. Take care. God bless.